Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing changes that you don't see coming in the near future. And to do this reading we are going to be picking out four piles together. I already see 1 and 2. I feel this one as well. 3 and 4. So let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, we have the empty room. For pile number 2, we have the ocean. For pile number 3, we have the box. And for pile number 4, we have the Shaman. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Onyx stone. And let me adjust that. Yeah, there we go. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the blue calcite, and this is what your crystal looks like. Whoa, there we go. For pile number 3, we have the Mookayte Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 4, we have the red Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 4 crystals or 4 piles you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or perhaps today you feel drawn to all of the piles, trust your intuition. As I always say, it is your magic that guides you to the right readings. So whether it calls for just one pile and you know that's the one, then that's it. If you feel drawn to several and you kind of really feel that drawn to several, have a look. You might be really surprised to see why it was guiding you there. And sometimes you guys ask me, can I be drawn to all of the piles? Of course, if your intuition is really drawing you to the 4 piles, then trust it. Let it lead you and guide the way freely. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your card picking and preparation process. It is so lovely to have you here. It's one of my favorite times to spend with you guys. So welcome. And as you know, today we are going to be preparing for your reading. What changes are happening to your life that you don't see coming? So before we begin, let me introduce the cards to you. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. All right. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I leave their names down in the description box for you to check them out whenever you're called for it. Okay, so let's now start shuffling with intention. And we want to know what changes are happening to you. Thank you. that you don't see coming in the near future. That was quick. Okay. Wonderful. Let's pick up your next deck, which is the tea leaf. And I like to divide the tea leaf by the number of piles that we have. This way it's easier to shuffle. So today we're dividing it into 4. And let's start shuffling with intention. What don't you see coming? What changes? Thank you. So that's a month. We need another one. Thank you so much. Okay, wonderful. Next, what changes are happening in your life that you don't see coming? It looks like we're going to be taking 2 tea leaves for each pile. It's set itself this way. Whoa, thanks. So 1 and 2. All right, 4th pile. What changes don't you see coming that are happening to you in the near future? Okay. Whoa, thanks. So 1, I see this one, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have your oracle cards ready. Now let's start with your tarot decks, and we will be taking 2 cards from each deck. So what changes don't you see coming that are happening to you in the near future? What changes don't you see coming that are happening to you in the near future? Oh, this one's calling for our attention, so I'm gonna take it. Let's now like put it together a little neater so that, you know, we can see the piles. Okay. What changes are happening to your life that you don't see coming in the near future? There we go. What changes don't you see coming that are happening to you in the near future? Oh, these are 3. We'll leave it the way it is. Okay. Last deck. Ah, I feel this one. Thanks. There we go. So our 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. All we need to do is put them together neatly for your reading. We'll start with pile number 1. So that is pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that's pile number 4. Oh, we didn't add the crystals. So for pile number 1, we have the Onyx. Pile number 2, we have the blue Calcite. Looks like a third eye here, right? And for pile number 3, we have the Mookayte Jasper. And for pile number 4, we have the red Jasper. So, your piles are now ready for today's reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. So blessed to have you guys as soul family. Love you, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Onyx as well as the empty room. Let's see how this fits into your reading. And we're taking a look at what changes don't you see coming in the near future. So we'll be starting off with your oracle cards first. Right, we have timing here. You have Venus in Virgo with discrimination. Sorry. There we go. So this is how your card looks like. Okay. You have the third eye. Wisdom, insight, humility, avoid comparison. Interesting that we have avoid comparison and discrimination. I wonder how this is going to be, how this is going to fit into your reading. You have cat, a two-faced friend. This is getting uncannily similar. There's a theme here, and we have September. So that timing wanted to come out. Let's see why it's there. Let's keep it there. Could be talking about the number 9. It could be talking about many things. Let's see. Right, so we'll now take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Hanged Man, the 9 of Wands, a lot of 9s, right? The 9 of Cups with laziness, the 5 of Wands with totality. Okay. You also have the Seven of Pentacles. You have the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups. A lot of sevens and nines. And you have the Six of Swords. So let's take a closer look. I feel like there's a need for rescue here. Someone's asking to be rescued. Now, your reading, pile number 1, is very specific here. It is talking about you're dealing with someone who's quite unfair with the discrimination here. You know, a two-faced friend. This gives me the idea the two faces are the cat being depicted in your card shows that this is a person who may act all cute and sweet on the outside, and people think that they're good, making you look like the bad person. But in fact, behind closed doors, especially that we have the empty room, they really bring out their bad side. You are dealing with someone who is unfair and perhaps causes a lot of trouble, because I see even in your September cards, this kind of looks like a cat fighting with another one. I know they're branches, but it's what I'm seeing here. A body of a cat, you know, getting out of its way to fight with another cat here. I don't know if you can see that too. But yeah, I feel like there is a person who's nagging at you, bothering you. And that's what we see with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a struggle or competitiveness, or cattiness, competitiveness. A struggle with someone as well. Here, we see in this specific Five of Wands that you're letting go of this person one way or the other. I see that it's coming in conjunction with the Six of Swords, showing us that you are in fact leaving. You could be leaving this person, or maybe leaving the place altogether. You could be physically, leaving altogether. In fact, with your Nine of Cups, we see you finally resting, leaving behind all this broken glass and hurt and pain in the back, in your back, leaving it all behind. So it's really clear here what your cards are showing. Even in your Nine of Cups, a card all about happiness and living your dream shows that you're leaving all of this behind. The Seven of Cups here kind of shows something interesting. Seven of Cups in a lot of ways means fantasies and dreams. And maybe this person has hurt you so much where there was a burn at some point, where you fantasized about them asking you maybe for forgiveness, right? Now this person is drowning, so maybe you're not going to. You might get from this person. They might ask you for forgiveness. They may even ask you not to leave, because there's this please. But if that doesn't happen, you will at least feel from their energy that they're very sorry with what they have done. They can clearly see you are over this and you moving. The situation between you two with the Hanged Man has shifted. I see that with the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands, that you are in a place of power. And the negotiation to keep you is actually going to be very difficult, if not impossible. Because with the empty room here, I truly see that you are, if we're talking in the future, you have left. Onyx is a powerful stone of protection. And so I feel through the onyx and the empty room that they don't have access to you. whether they try to access you or not, they all of a sudden feel like they don't have any contact or access to you any longer. Yeah, you know what? There's certainly been a lot of competition between the two of you, because we have a void comparison here in your third eye. So that's confirmed in your reading. I feel like with the third eye and the empty room, it's like this person doesn't know any longer what you're up to, and they can only guess, you know? That's how much there isn't any access any longer. I feel like this person will be thinking a lot about what you're up to, but for some reason can't ask you. I don't know what the type of connection is here, but I feel like they can't ask you. They can't ask you any longer, but there's a lot of guessing. But a lot of guessing with absolutely no clue. Wow. Oh, yes, I see something else. Now, the interesting part about your reading with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Pentacles is that this situation has actually been going on for quite a while. They did not see it, but it's been working behind the scenes. I'm not sure if you know about it or not, but obviously this is very significant in your reading, because we're doing a reading about change. This change energetically has been happening since September, and it's been kind of coming together up until now. And I see that you're ready to leave as you're listening to this reading. This leave used to be a fantasy one day that is now coming in reality. You yourself can start seeing the fruits of this move happening. Maybe you've been planning for it, maybe you've been fantasizing about it for a long time, maybe even in September specifically, you've started taking action or something, maybe started asking questions, started exploring your options or how to go, how to leave. And I see that it's finally happening. Perhaps this is why you're watching this reading now. Things are about to change. So many big butterflies here. There's big transformation in your life in specific, and in the nature of this connection, where this person, like I mentioned, is not going to have access to you any longer, and this whole situation is going to be put in the past. How about we bring out your tarot cards and we explore? Yeah, I mean, the King of Wands moved here, showing me that you're going to have a lot of power, which drives me to the question I wanted to ask. So how is this happening? How is this move happening? What is going on? How is this situation shifting drastically like that for you, pile number one? Perhaps there's something for you to hear. How is the situation drastically changing this way for pile number one, please? 1 and 2. Wow. Only 2 cards. Let's see what this is. So, whoa, talk about transformation. Transformation. And you have the 2 of Pentacles, moment to moment. I see that this grand transformation with the Death card didn't happen all of a sudden. With the 2 of Pentacles, with moment to moment, I see that this transformation happened step by step, to an extent where I now think that you didn't even plan to have this a big change maybe happen, or maybe you started out something but it went so well and it took you further ahead, helping you make that big transformation with this person. Maybe if this is a job, for example, let's take an example. If you're leaving a manager or a certain company, let's say a manager in this case, and you're really tired with this, the way that your manager treats you. So it's not like you've suddenly decided that you just want to leave the company. It's kind of like there was maybe an interview. You just went there to see what could happen, didn't have anything in mind. You took it step by step, where surprisingly not surprisingly, but I mean, of course they loved you. I mean, surprisingly, they accepted you right away. They're like, yeah, we need you now. And you're like, really? They're like, yeah, now, with a better salary, with a better position. I definitely do see you in a much better position, in a very reputable company, much bigger and better than this manager's company. And suddenly it's just working out for you smoothly, slowly but surely. And because it's working out, you're starting to take these steps as well. And soon you won't be there anymore. You're going to leave without much information, it seems. So yeah, take it as it resonates in your life. It doesn't, of course, have to be a manager, but I'm just giving the example of things happening little by little. You didn't expect it to work the way it did at all. And so you were very much guided with the steps that you were taking. It could look like a coincidence in your world, but it seems like you were guided to take these steps. In fact, there could have things that happened in September that pushed you to take this direction and start moving in this direction. You know, it's kind of like circumstances pushing you to move in a certain direction. As you alleviate perhaps the stress or something, maybe this person was so annoying that at some point you decided not to go to work. You're like, today I'm not coming, I'm feeling a bit ill. You couldn't take it any longer. And during that day off, you had a conversation with a friend who said, you know what, why don't you come? They'll definitely love you there. Something like that. It wasn't really that planned. I do see that it did start in September and it unfolded for you. And although it may look magical in your world, you really were guided to take that route and suddenly leave that place that you're in. Yeah, so soon you're going to be surprised at how life works, at how things change. Sometimes big changes happen slowly, step by step, where each month you experience certain little steps and suddenly you feel like things have progressed. And it seems like by next month, but I'll check the timing for you, but it seems like by next month, I'll check, you will be leaving that place where there is a person who's quite unfair to you, competitive, snarky, certainly very unpleasant. So can we kindly get timing, please, for pile number 1? Whoa, nothingness. Clinging to the past. So timing, we're not going to get with the nothingness. It's going to happen as a surprise. 5 of Cups shows me that you may actually not, you're actually not aware yet that you're going to be leaving. We've been doing this whole reading going, oh, no, you don't know about this. It's been happening since September, and there's a surprise coming where you'll see pile number 1. All of a sudden, you're going to leave the past to the past. You know, I feel like it's really bothering your head. It must be a toxic environment with this person. A lot of talking and talking. Can you see this card? A lot of talking and just like noisy, creating some noise in your head that you really can't take any longer. I'm so sorry about this, pile number 1. I really am. You're going to be leaving that. This is going to be in the past. You're leaving, you're taking this block off of your head. The glass, everything is in the past, and it's going to be it's going to come as a surprise for you. We're not meant to know timing, but do know that this is about to change in the near future. The reading says the near future. You're not supposed to know when. Perhaps things are supposed to unfold naturally. So let it take you in this direction, but do know you're about to leave all of this behind, my dear pile number 1. This was your reading. I wish you the best of luck from my heart. May you always be blessed, leaving everything toxic behind and looking forward to a marvelous, happy future. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. My dear pile number 1, this book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. If you'd like to check it out, there's a link down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your audiobooks. And by the way, if you enjoyed your productivity book, there's also a productivity cookbook. Guys, this book you will love. In summary, it really helps you cook healthy, delicious meals in minutes and enjoy the rest of the day doing what you enjoy. My dear pile number 1, thank you for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the blue calcite as well as the ocean. Let's see how this fits into your reading, and we're taking a look at what changes are happening in your life that you don't see coming in the near future. So let's take a look at your oracle cards first. You have Mars in Virgo with criticism. Okay. You have the tattoo forever. Some permanent change is obviously happening for you. Friendship, passion, permanently temporary. And you have dog barking with advice from a friend. Okay. Maybe someone's helping you out with that. And you have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Let's keep that right there. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Devil card. I'm just sorry, I just saw it the wrong way. Okay, so you have the Devil card. You have a lot of pointing fingers here happening. You have Invocation. That's an extra card in this tarot deck. You have, the Six of Wands with success. You have the Five of Pentacles with the Outsider. Okay. The Nine of Swords. The Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Taking a big space in your reading here. And you have the Two of Swords. So what changes are we seeing? They're certainly permanent. So we better take a deep dive into your cards here. This is a permanent change that someone's helping you with, it seems. Also, this is a change that you felt locked from for a long while with the Five of Pentacles. There was a lack. You felt like things weren't in your hands to make that change, and now it's happening. With the invocation in conjunction with the Ace of Wands, you know, invocation is like to invoke something. So you have obviously manifested this into your life, this great fortune into your life. So what is that change? Let me take a closer look at your cards to really understand what that change is going to be. The reading keeps pointing towards a person. We notice the pointing here. So we're meant to notice the movement of the hand, pointing towards someone. I see an eye here, and I also see an eye here. Last thing is, we did notice that a friend was helping you, and then a man shows up. Man is just in this way energy. It could actually be a man or just simply a person here helping you with something. You will be meeting a person very savvy at something that you are currently facing. For example, I'll give you an example, and you see how that resonates exactly in your life. But that's exactly what I see in your cards if you were drawn to pile number 2. So I see with the Devil card and the criticism, there is a certain area in your life that is preventing you from doing something that you want. Like, you want to be, for example, a successful person, but you don't know how to enter that field in the first place. Or you want to create a lot of wealth, but you've been trying a lot and you're not able to grasp how to do it. Or you want to get into a certain industry, and you've been trying, like industry, like there's, you know, I think it's the acting industry, they call it the industry. There is something, maybe you wanted to act, to sing. There is something you've been trying so much to reach, and it's just not happening for you. And you don't know what to do. You will be meeting a person who is going to permanently change your life. This is a person who's going to act like a friend. I do not see that you are going to keep this person as a friend forever. I'm rather getting the idea that you're meeting a person who has in-depth knowledge about the same or the very thing you are not able to get into. How are you going to meet this person? It's very clear in your reading that because you want it so much, you're going to manifest meeting this person, or meeting someone who just gives it to you. This is a person who's going to, as we explained like 1,000 times, is permanently changing the way your life. Why? Because this is a person who's going to explain to you with experience how to simply enter this field or enter this area that you want. You know, like, let me give you an example. Let's say you want to create a lot of wealth. You want to learn how to work with stocks, for example. And then you meet a person who tells you, oh, you don't know how to make money through stocks. I make money through stocks every day like it's nothing. Whenever I'm stuck, I'm just making things up here. It might sound very naive, but please just stick with me. You know, whenever I want money, I make a lot of wealth, and whenever I need something, I just get in there and I make this 2-3 extra thousand that I want. And you're like, what? How are you able to do that? And this person takes you into their world, and you see a pool of people who are doing exactly the same thing. It's like their little secret. They all know how to create this fortune by tips and tricks that they use to make quick money with stocks. So like, for example, they could have long-term stocks, but they also know how to make quick money with stocks and how to consult others, which in turn gives them a lot of money, and so on. And you're like, whoa, how do you guys do that? And you know, you sit with people, and during a chit chat, for example, they give you these little tips and tricks, and they're like, you don't know that? Let's make $500 now. And they get into the computer and they show you, and you're like, whoa. And they keep showing you all these tips and tricks that change your life forever. And now you know, and at least they put you at the very beginning of the road to making that wealth or making that dream for yourself. Now, of course, I just gave an example with the stock market. I'm not sure how that resonates in your life exactly, but I am sure that you will be meeting someone who will give you deep insights with the eyes here that not a lot of people know. Because, you know, the eyes sometimes remind me of the Illuminati, you know, the secret group. And they have these secrets and nobody knows about them. So it's kind of like you're going to have access into this world of some people who have these secrets, who know how to do things, and they're going to let you in on it. And that's how, although this person, they're short-lived, they're not going to be there. I do not see a connection forming. At least that's how I'm feeling about it. But I feel like the way they're helping you is like worth so many years with other people that could have tried to help you from their heart, but may not have had that type of depth or I want to say knowledge. So yeah, although you're not going to be close to this person, is that intuitive, strong feeling that I have. I just feel it. I could be wrong, absolutely wrong, but I just feel it. So I want to make sure I say this honestly. It's just a feeling. I do feel that their advice is what's going to be very loyal here to you, putting you on a path where your life is forever changed. And you might think, how, you know, that you're very lucky to have met a person like that, because there are so many people who would love to have that type of access, that type of information, to make it big like that. But it looks to me from your reading that you have invoked this person without knowing. You have manifested this meeting, or this the luck of meeting this person, taking you out of the worry and the stress, and telling you, why are you stressing yourself? Why are you so worried about this? This is so easy, don't you know? And they give you the information on how to take your first steps, and your life will forever be changed with that. I was just channeling something here. I just yes. With the Devil card, I noticed from the very beginning that although their hands are tied, now I laughed at this the second I saw this card, because I felt like they were not pointing, but I don't know how to say it in a nice way, showing us the finger. So I would say that now that you have this information, you're kind of like saying, there's this feeling of, I'm no longer stuck. Oh my God, the power I can do with this information now is absolutely crazy. So with that information, you're saying obviously goodbye to something, because with the Two of Swords, you might be considering, I don't know, leaving something, or maybe you were trying to ask someone else for help, or maybe you were taking a huge class that was consuming most of your time, and you're like, forget about this class. What are they learning? They're not learning anything. I'm not against learning. I'm all for learning. I'm just reading what I'm seeing in the cards. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I've been wasting my time with all of that. And you're kind of like with the giving the finger here, you're kind of like saying, I'm not doing that any longer. So you're choosing to follow this advice rather than perhaps the investment you put or the time you put or something that was really stressing you out and wasn't working in the first place. And I see you moving now towards a lot of success and fortune with that advice from now onwards. They're gonna greatly rectify the way you see something, the way you're approaching something, telling you, why are you paying your debts like that? Don't you know you can do this? Why are you entering the industry by doing that? Don't you know you can do that? They're gonna give you something magnificent. Now, let's take a look at how you're gonna meet this person. And then we're gonna be taking a look at when. So obviously this is a change that you don't see coming, that's happening in your near future. So you might be thinking, who's that person? This is something you don't see yet. So how are you meeting this person is the question. That's our first question for pile number 2. How are they meeting this person? Page of Swords. You're going to get access to something. How? They're definitely freeing you. Talk about freedom. They're definitely freeing you. So Page of Cups. Ooh, 3 of Swords with isolation. Again, the idea that you're getting access to something. You were isolated and you're getting access. How? 9 of Wands with exhaustion. And the 6 of Pentacles with compromise. How are you meeting this person? So with this person looking like you, just a quick hint, like we noticed, it's fated, right? It's granted to you. 6 of Cups is charity, granted. It's granted to you, right? Again, going back to how are you going to meet this person? Something strikes out very uniquely to me. With all of the blue and all of the yellows here, this reminds me of the EU flag. And then we did see a fair man. So this could be someone that is European or that lives in Europe. Overseas. So that's our first clue here. The blue and the yellow. Also, blue and yellow reminds me of also Ukraine. Anyways, so that's our first clue. You know, a lot of ice again. Europe. With the sea and the flying, this could be either you flying overseas, or to be honest, I'm really seeing this bird is the bird that's coming. So you could meet them by accident as they're traveling. Maybe they're visiting your state or your city for a certain reason. Maybe this is a transit stop as well. Meaning you're traveling and they're traveling. That could be another thing. This person will somehow either overhear you or see you very sad and exhausted, tired. Maybe this person will see you in the process of trying to do something, will see the stress on your face, will see how tired you've been trying to make this work. And here they feel empathetic towards you and will vow to help you out. They'll stay connected. But you see, with the pinky finger is a pinky promise. They'll vow to help you out. They won't be forever in your life, but I'm seeing they'll be there enough to make sure they help you with that success. That's so nice. Pile number 3. So that's how you're meeting this person. Either they're traveling to you, or you meet in transit, or you're traveling. This person will be the one who points you out, who sees you. They will talk to you, and you'll find a lot of integrity in them, wanting to really help you make a difference, and will stay just about in touch to make sure they help you out, put you on the right path, and then they're leaving. Pile number 2. Now, timing, right? Timing. When are we allowed to know? When is pile number 2 going to meet this person? Okay, it looks like it's actually this one. I saw it trying to come out. Oh, and this one as well. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll show you. This card also slid out, so I'm going to take it. So, past lives. So we see timing here, actually. Talk about timing. So past lives is the moon card. That is 18. Okay. Could directly be saying the time is on the 18th, maybe the 18th of December, could be, or something. 7 of Cups with projections. Wow. You know, this reminds me of real time versus ethereal time. And you have the 2 of Wands with possibilities. Let me take a closer look at these cards. Again, this clearly shows that this meeting is fated. Fated at a certain date. With heaven, with something astrologically. Maybe if you are really good with astrology, you can track what is going on in your planet the next month, and you can perhaps even point out the day. But you may also want to check what's going on in your chart astrologically on the 18th, because it does seem like this is a fated meeting that may happen on the 18th. Yeah, heavenly bodies. You may want to check your astrological chart. But yeah, I do see the 18th. It could also be the next new moon. So look out for these 2. My dear pile number 2. Look out for these 2 in terms of timing. This is certainly a person that is fated to come and help you out with a situation that you so want to make work. They'll put you on the path of success. There's a great fortune, either financial or great fortune in terms of your dream coming true. And this is exactly what I see happening in your reading, my dear pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it in the first place. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away. all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, by the way, there's also a productivity cookbook that I just released. This cookbook helps you cook healthy, delicious meals. I've collaborated with a nutritionist with 210 recipes that can help you cook your meals in a matter of minutes, allowing you to do other important things in your day. So my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Mookayte Jasper as well as the box. Let me adjust that. So there we go. Let's see how these fit into your reading today. And we're taking a look at what changes that are happening in your life that you don't see coming in the near future. So you have Mercury and Gemini with excitement. Oh, this looks like obviously an exciting event here. You also have the Moon, chaos, illusion, intuition, create and wait for clarity, right? So we have the Moon. You also have Vine, seek out information that will help you. Okay. Right. And you have Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Great. That's so sweet, especially with the box here. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the King of Wands. You have the 10 of Wands. Okay. You have the 2 of Cups with friendliness. What is that? It's the first time I noticed that. Is that like a bird being born from an egg? And the 10 of Wands. How interesting. Okay. Right. So you have the 2 of Cups with friendliness. You have the Queen of Wands with sharing. Wow. You have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful 10 of Cups. Talk about excitement. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the 5 of Swords. And you have the Knight of Wands again. So that is significant. I feel like something has been stuck with all of these boxes, you know? It looks like a situation where no matter how many steps you take, you get into another, you still feel trapped. No matter how many steps you take, you seem trapped. Could be some sort of bureaucratic situation or something, but not necessarily, of course. So we see from you going from something that has been entrapping you almost to an extent. Yeah, that's why I have the cobweb as well. Entrapped. Something that has been entrapping you to surprisingly that very same thing going quickly. And that's what grabbed my attention actually in the 10 of Wands. You know, the 10 of Wands is you enduring something heavy, but the 10 of Wands is an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, right? And that's why you have the birth. You can see a little bird being birthed out of an egg and about to fly. So yes, this certainly confirmed that you were in a tricky situation with the 5 of Swords. You know, I feel like you're coming out of it and you're so excited that you are coming out of a situation that felt entrapping for maybe years with that type of box. Oh my God. Now, let's take a closer look at how you're coming out of this difficult situation that is entrapping you, and perhaps more details about what is entrapping you, yeah, and how you're coming out of it. You've been going through some either loss or defeat in specific. Defeat is what I'm feeling. In a situation that was very stubborn. It could also be a person who's stubborn. So the situation, no matter how you've tried, just wasn't working. And when you usually take a look at a stubborn situation like that, the usual advice is, sometimes you just gotta leave things and move. But here's the thing, what I see. That's not gonna happen for you, pile number 3. You know how when we sometimes say, stop expecting a circle to be a square or a square to be a circle. That's an illusion, right? But here is what's happening for you. There are a few times, just a few times in life, where the odds are that something that has a very small percentage of happening does happen. And I do see that, Like, for example, let's say once a cheater, always a cheater. And please do not take my words like I'm in any... This is just an example of me encouraging you to be the cheater or anything. In fact, I'll change the example. Let's say, for example, you have a dear person to you and they keep lying and lying and lying and they're not responsible. You tried to help them in their lives. You wanted them to be part of your life, and they're just not changing. And at this point, everyone's telling you, you know what? You gotta accept that this situation or this person is not gonna change, and you can't change by force someone if they don't want to change, and you gotta move on. Now, for you, obviously here, the situation is beating the odds. Just once, something miraculous happens against the odds. So here we're seeing whether this is a stubborn situation, stubborn documents with the government that aren't moving, a stubborn person in your life that isn't changing, something that obviously did mean a lot to you. Now, here we see that this is actually changing. You're gonna hear great news of this person moving forward and sharing something with you. Like, if this is government, they're now opening up this opportunity or this door for you to do what you needed. If this is a person, you can finally share your life with them because they have absolutely put an end to whatever situation that was entrapping them. They decided to make that change. There's certainly a new birth from a very difficult situation in your life that just wasn't working out for you. And you felt a lot of defeat in this situation. Now, this is big news. It is almost going to be very hard to believe. I want to pick up your tarot cards and I want to ask, I know it's a general reading and it's going to resonate with each one in a different way. You're coming into union with what once you thought has defeated you. I want to see the different examples with the people listening to pile number 3. What are the different situations that we can see in this pile for the people listening, please? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 5 and 6. 5 and 6. So what are the different areas? Wheel of Fortune. So with you trying to do something that will bring you a lot of wealth. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, for a lot of you, this has to do with you trying to push something to get money for you. You have the Knight of Pentacles was going very slow, absolutely. 8 of Swords to an extent where it kept you stuck. Knight of Swords going fast. And the 6 of Pentacles, you'll feel you're blessed with all of this richness or all of this luck, abundance coming from the universe. Right, now let's take a look at these same cards with the different situations in your life. So what different situations can we see? You were maybe trying to apply to a program that can give you a lot of benefits, perhaps governmental. You were trying to get your independence from something or someone. You were trying to get fortune. You were trying to cut yourself off from someone, and it wasn't easy. You know, the 6 of Pentacles shows the balance, so maybe you're winning a lawsuit. That too. Winning a lawsuit that's been taking a long time. You've been working on something and it's been going in tiny steps for years, and all of a sudden it's going very quickly. So these are the different examples that I see pertaining to this reading, with the energy of something moving slow, nearly moving to a halt sometimes, you know, coming to a halt, I mean, sometimes, showing you that there's just no hope, and really all of a sudden it's moving. Now the next question becomes, how is it all of a sudden moving for you, right? That becomes now, how is it just cooperating and giving so much all of a sudden? What's going on? Now, what once felt like defeat is now cooperating with you. 2 of Cups is energy of reciprocity. So yeah, it's now collaborating, it's now sharing with you, it's now including you. So yeah, it's working, rather the exactly what this is trying to say. It's now working, and with the vine, it's growing. So how is this going to happen for pile number 3, please? So how, and then let's see when as well. So how is this happening for pile number 3, please? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have the 3 of Wands. Whoa, 6 of Wands. Temperance. And the Knight of Swords. You know, it's just, it really is, at least at the first glance, it keeps saying it's going to work, it's going to be successful, things are going to come in balance, and it's going to go quickly for you all of a sudden. I'll try to look closely at the cards and see, how is that happening? Like, how are things coming into balance here? Reflection. Reflection, purpose, things coming together, building a whole idea. So now is the time where there is reflection, either by this entity or this person. If it's a person, then this person is certainly reflecting in the right direction. They can now see a whole picture, and they have a purpose that is certainly motivating them to move forward. A very important purpose. Like this is an alchemical process. This is like a purpose that genuinely matters. If this is an organization, then they have shifted their attention towards your application or towards your case. And they have a solution to make things work for you, and they're gonna proceed with what you're trying to apply for. This could also be someone noticing you and noticing that they can help bring things together for you and help you move forward. Yeah, so that's the kind of energy that we see. Reflection towards the right, not towards just success, but to reflection towards the right area, to reflection in the right direction, and brilliantly putting together pieces, a whole plan, finding a purpose and putting together pieces to move forward. This is exactly what I see, what's happening here. So let's take a look at timing. When can we expect this to happen, please? Five of Swords. I've also noticed Temperance with the 14. 5 of Swords. They're forming another shape here with a triangle. 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Temperance. 4, 5, and 6. 3 as well. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this could be in the spring, because I see a change of season here. And then 3, 4, 5 is kind of the energy of spring. So there will be like some reflections happening, things progressing without you seeing energetically. And then you'll start seeing a big difference perhaps by March, and then followed by April and May. Yeah, we have the 3 here as well. Could be by March. But until you see that difference by March, it seems like way before that, there is reflection, there are things changing on the inside. You know, this seems like stubborn energy. It's taking its time to, you know, release that type of stubbornness. And so there are so many things happening that you're not seeing within this enclosed entity, either somebody's mind or the organization itself. So them noticing you or them reflecting could be happening now. But we see that change reaching its ultimate point of taking action by March, my dear pile number 3. Oh, your pile number 3 as well. A lot of 3s here. So yeah, that confirms March. And that is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm so happy that a situation that has been stubborn like that is now moving and changing your life. You know, after something that has come to a halt, perhaps even believed to not change at all. Maybe some people told you to move on. It will be moving towards you, my dear pile number 3. So happy for you. I wish you the best of luck in your future. And this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And by the way, just a quick note, the Productivity Cookbook has been released. Now you can cook healthy, delicious meals in minutes, spending the rest of the day doing what you enjoy. My dear pile number 3, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. you have chosen the red Jasper as well as the Shaman. Can't wait to see how this fits into your reading. And today we're taking a look at what you don't see coming in your life that's happening in the near future. So you have Venus in Taurus with romance. Okay. You have the Watch. Observe carefully. Caution. Slow down. Take your time. Interesting. Okay. You have the Axe. Forces working against you. And you also have a vase with secret admirer. Ooh la la. Some of you are getting a secret admirer. So let's take a look at the rest of the cards and see what are the things that we're seeing in your pile. So you have the Four of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. The Four of Swords with the postponement. Ooh, the Strength card with courage. Wow, you have the Wheel of Fortune with change, strength and change. Wow. All right, you also have the Lovers card. Oh, this is uncanny. Looks like a lot of you are definitely going to be in a relationship. You have the Eight of Wands, the Devil card, and you have Temperance. Right. So pile number 4, romantic or not, you are clearly meeting someone very soon that is coming to quickly change your life, and I do see for the better for sure. They're doing something in your life, or they have a certain effect where you're going from maybe a regular, ordinary life to something much, much more beautiful. But here's the thing. You were drawn to the Shaman because this reading is not only foretelling what is coming in the future, it's also kind of like coming in with a message, telling you that there is a time to connecting with this person, or there is an action that needs to be taken. Otherwise, you may lose it here. I'll try to find out for you, other than the obvious, of course, romantic. What else is this person coming in to do in your life? But all in all, they're definitely changing a certain situation that seems rough, just like this wall, into something that is beautiful and blossoming. This could be finance. This could be someone that is helping you out in a situation. This could be someone that you will fall in love with. But all in all, there's a time frame to this person. Four of Pentacles shows me that you could be holding off. Maybe you will take your time to allow or to think of whether you want to allow this person in or not. And while it's very important to always take our time and slow down to see if we want to let someone in, you also have to consider that there's a time frame for this person. I don't know why, but with the Shaman, this is certainly coming in, mentoring or advising you to, of course, be careful. That's certainly important. Very important. But there's the idea of not holding off too long, because there's a difference between thinking about something and postponing it, maybe not wanting to take the initial steps to make something wonderful happen. Let's say, for example, this is a person who wants to meet you for a business meeting. And you know that this could be a good opportunity, but you're like, I'll do this next week. Hello, I'll meet you next weekend, and then next weekend I'm sorry, I can't do it, I feel ill, and then you keep postponing it, where the person can feel like you're not interested and might feel like, okay, well, I'll leave them to it, and may feel bad about it. So the Devil card here shows that illusions can happen, and a bad feeling can happen from postponement. Although you may not mean it at all, it could be translated in a way, and that's why we have the illusion here, translated in a way that may mean that you're not interested, that you don't care. And what we see, I don't want to say opportunity, but this wonderful person coming into your life, because we see blossoming here, may find it uncomfortable, and this something that could have formed may not form at all. So with a secret admirer, you do not know about this person, but this person definitely now knows about you. Yes, with your reading, the Shaman, this is a forecast of something that can go two ways. Either that's not going to happen at all due to misunderstanding, or it could be something wonderful coming into your life that will help your life blossom one way or the other. So there is this idea of Knight of Swords to think, of course, you have to think very well. And knights as well, they think of, I don't want to say themselves, but they're very concerned about their goal. So the cards are advising you to look out for yourself and think well, of course. But they also, the cards are also advising you to move quickly once you've thought about it, to not postpone things unnecessarily, maybe because you want to deal with it later or something of the sort. Now that we've taken a look at the message, the shamanic, or the message that pertains to this forecast, let's now take a look at this person's effect in your life. This is certainly a person who unexpectedly is going to change your life to the better. I do see an element of empowerment, strength, and things that could have been that seemed impossible are becoming impossible, because we see a wall here where a flower blossomed from. So this person is somehow empowering you to and helping you to find your own path, to blossom. If this is a romantic relationship, then it shows that perhaps out of the blue, out of nowhere, this person is appearing. Out of nowhere means that you're not really in touch with each other that much. You would not expect that this person is an admirer, and out of the blue they're popping up, and they seem like it seems like they're going to be wonderful people as a match for you. If this is someone contacting you for business or to help you out in a certain situation in your life that is maybe challenging, because the reason I say challenging is because of the wall and the gray background in the Four of Swords. Four of Swords shows that a situation has been stagnant for quite a while, and we see a person coming in, helping you out, making it better because it's turning into color. We see this figure looking into the future. So we see that this person is helping pave the way into a wonderful future for you, with a lot of major changes and a lot of fortune and a lot of blessings happening in your life. So let's explore. Romantic is very clear here. I just want to explore what else could this person, because since it's a general reading for different people, how is this person coming to change your life like that? In what area should you expect this person to be? 1, 2, 3. It seems like all from the top. Okay. Right. So you have the 6 of Swords. As we have noted, this is a long coming situation. This is a situation that has been postponed in your life. You've been waiting for that sort of change to happen. So it's an area that has been stagnant for a while. Whoa, Wheel of Fortune again. Unbelievable. So this person is coming in to change your luck, change your energy in, again, a certain area. We have the Hermit. Hermit could indicate that you are now single and looking for a relationship, and this person is coming to join you in a relationship. This could also be you are alone in a difficult situation, and this person is coming to join forces with you in a quite a risky situation that could crack or cause trouble, but help you balance it out. And then you have the 5 of Wands. Again, showing a challenge. A person coming in to help you with a challenge that you couldn't deal with. You didn't have any advantage over, and it wasn't working. So they're coming to help you with a very stubborn situation in your life. Perhaps they have the tools, the information, they can, the power. They have something that will help you overcome this obstacle. With the Wheel of Fortune, especially with the first one coming with change, and with the Wheel of Fortune coming up twice, I really see that this person is changing the energy around you. Something was very slow with the tortoise here, and energetically maybe wasn't moving, and things are going to change dramatically, in fact drastically, with this person coming in. And 8 of Wands shows me that this is actually going to be happening quite quickly in your life. This is happening fast because we see a slow tortoise here, and then we see a quick tortoise in the 8 of Wands, showing that again a slow situation is now moving very quickly. I almost feel like with the Watch and the 8 of Wands, like it's happening right away. Let's find out when can pile number 4 expect this person to show themselves into their lives, please. When can pile number 4 expect this person to show up in their lives? Strength card. You know, Strength card again reminds me of a thermometer being hot, you know? So this tells me that this is a situation that's happening right away. Strength reminds me of Leo, reminds me of the sun, reminds me of something being so warm and ready. So this could be someone who is more than ready to pop up in your life. Strength card popping up twice shows that the emotion or the intention or the want to either come and help you or to declare their emotions is at its top. And so this shows that it's happening right now. In fact, I see the Strength card stepping out of the frame. It's like you're gonna get a message or a contact. Let's ask, how is this person contacting you? Pile number 4. How is this person contacting you? Three of Swords. World card. Ace of Swords. Communication. So how are they contacting you? It's going to be in the spur of a moment, because it's kind of like they really want to So if this is a romantic connection, they're going to feel really the sting of not wanting to hold on any longer. And I see them ending the cycle of pain and contacting you. With the swords, this is communication. They'll either call you or message you or some form like that. If this is not a romantic connection, if this is someone who's contacting you for any other reason, they're more than ready to contact you. So they're noticing the difficult situation with all of the grays that we previously saw. They can see that you are maybe hurt or suffering from something, or that you have a lot of potential and you can do better. And so they're ending the cycle of thinking about it and again communicating, calling you for a proposal, a different proposal, to explain that there is a solution to what you feel. In fact, the hummingbird, one of the interesting things about the hummingbird is that it always knows its way. It knows where its nectar is. So this is a guide. This is someone, great luck, coming to guide you in a situation that is difficult for you. And this came up, this specific part came in another reading. I think, was it the third? Second pile. So if you were drawn to the second pile and this pile, my God, what a confirmation. So yeah, they'll make their minds up. They're going to have a lot of empathy towards you, and they're going to call and say, I have a solution to what is difficult in your life at the moment. So that's how they're contacting you. All in all, they're certainly keeping an eye on you. They know what's going on, and they want to pop up and call or contact you. So, my dear pile number 4, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 4. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process of being productive. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And by the way, just a quick announcement, the Productivity Cookbook has been released. This book has 210 recipes. I've collaborated with a nutritionist to help bring you healthy and delicious recipes that could be cooked in a matter of minutes. There's also a vegan version, by the way, so you may want to check it out. The idea is that it helps you cook things very quickly so that you have the rest of the day to do what is important for you and to be productive. And my dear pile number 4, thank you so much for tuning in. It was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. So excited for you. May you always be blessed with amazing people in your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.